Hello everyone, welcome back to StoneBlock 2, episode number 26. And, well, last episode we made ourselves probably the most overpowered armor in the entirety of all of Minecraft. Maybe, I don't know, there might be an even more overpowered mod, but once I get to this point, I'm just kind of like, I don't even really feel like, doing too much more. Is it really needed? But you guys were telling me all in the comments all about everything with the infinity armor, and apparently, we don't need to eat anymore, we don't need the angel ring anymore, it's got its own flight, etc, etc. But the fact that literally nothing can really kill me, and yeah, we'll try out the chaos chicken eventually, though. Eventually. Today I want to make even more EMC, which is, pretty awesome. I like EMC. I think you guys do too. We still got quite a bit of things to kind of finish up, and we might even poke around with a few other things inside of here. Thaumcraft is definitely one of those that we do need to really touch on. The chickens is something I just kind of want to finish up, and then besides that, the cows. And I'm just not a big fan of the cows. These in here I could probably maybe finish up, but yeah, the cows, I'm kind of wondering, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about doing the cows? I feel like they would be kind of boring, but I don't know. That's, you guys tell me, because if you guys want to sit for a whole 30 minutes and watch me just play with cows and just stare at them while doing the same thing over and over and hope that they give an offspring of what we're looking for, then by all means, then sure. What are we at anyway? So I believe this is the dude we're at, so I don't know if we can actually make, yeah. That's what I thought. So we're slowly but surely, we're still making some more stuff. So let's go ahead and get an EMC link. We're going to get started. I got some plans for today, and I want to see something. Okay, so this is basically showing the cumulative. I should have just figured out to check this out anyway. This is showing our cumulative input currently from just our chickens, which is, honestly, not that bad. That is not that bad. That's kind of okay. But let's go ahead and play around a few things. So I believe I want to go ahead and start working with our compound cubes that we were messing with in the last episode. Now, we've also got these wonderful guys here. Now, here's the thing, right? So we got a couple different types of these mystical aggreditions cruxes. These are for mystical agriculture. I keep wanting to say mystical crops. I have to force myself to not say that, because there's a couple different versions of those types of mods. Anyways, we can see that, let's see, this guy, we got the dragon heart, stuff like that, but we have a couple different versions of the crux. Now, here's the deal. Nether Star seeds and the Nether Star crux we've been getting inside of quest rewards and stuff like that, and I think even legendary loot crates possibly, but let's go ahead and see something. So if we type in Nether Star, we see that Nether Star is only about 140,000 EMC, and it's required, 9 essence to make a shard, so 27 in total to make a single Nether Star. Now, in this particular pack, a dragon egg can be made, or actually, I think it might even be a dragon scale. But no, actually, no, it is a dragon egg. Can be made the exact same way, in a sense, where you get 27 essence, crafted into egg chunks, and you get yourself a 1 million EMC dragon egg. Now that to me sounds like an awesome thing to do. I don't think they actually work in these either. I actually wouldn't mind giving it a shot, but that does fit in there. In another pack it actually worked, it didn't work in there, so let's go ahead and see some. So anyways, let's make some dragon seeds. So let's go ahead and make one set of these guys, and tier 6 crafting seed. Do we have any tier anything in here? What do we got? Tier, oh we do, tier 6 crafting seed. Easy peasy. Dragon scales, which is I think what we need, so just grab a stack of it. It ain't no big deal. Just toss that inside, and some tier 6 dragon seeds. Does this, yeah, see these don't even fit inside of there. from Mystical Agriditions. Now, the Dragon Eggs Crux fits in there, but yeah, we don't need any more of that essence. I don't even know why I'm letting it still run. So for those of you guys that were saying, like, maybe throw it in the cloche, well, unfortunately, we can't. But there might even be an even better method to some madness that we will be able to do. So we can see the Dragon Egg Seeds, unfortunately, do not have an EMC value, but practically everything we can use to make more have EMC. So I'm just going to go ahead and make up a bunch of them. So let's go ahead and make up some Insanium. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and get some more Dragon Scales. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to go ahead and make up a another whole stack of dragons. Oh, come on. I hate it when it does that. I swear. Anyways, we're going to make up another stack of dragon seeds. So we'll just use one full stack for now. And on the other side, we also have the Dragon Egg Cruxes, which what we need to actually grow those. So we'll toss that in there and just grab us a stack of those as well. There we go. All right, so these do not actually grow directly on top of the, or these do not grow directly on top of your Dragon Egg Crux. I don't know why my brain's doing this today. Maybe it's because I woke up not long ago. But we want to make these things grow really fast. And one way we have been doing this in the past is with the Watches of Flowing Time. But what if I said there's actually another way? Well, let's take a look. So I'm looking at crafting up, and I believe we still have it in this one. I believe this is correct. Quantum Flux. From this wonderful mod here, there is a imaginary time block that has also EMC values. So let's go ahead and move some items there, see what we do and don't have. We don't have any of these qubit crystals here, so let's just grab up a few of those. We don't need many, we just need enough to go ahead and craft what we need here, which is basically, well, we got everything except for the center block. So we need these qubit cells. These things actually require you to kind of go through and do like a bunch of stuff. Now let's go ahead and see something. The dark stone. Okay, good. We can craft dark stone. So give me like a bunch of dark stone. There we go. Go ahead and put that in there so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And imaginary. Thank you. Gosh. Sometimes it's like I got like dyslexia on my keyboard. It's insane. Holy crap. Anyways, easy way to do this so you don't have to go through a ton of crafting. Just grab like a stack of these things and just, you know, put them inside. And then from there, you just push like uses on this. Okay, or not. Because this is the thing. Oh my god. Man. Oh my gosh. You think I would get used to this at some point in anything. But apparently I don't. Now I just need to click on the right thing and eventually everything will be fine. Alright, so there's a amplification core crystal. Yeah, it's a crystal. Why are you not pulling from my inventory? I am not happy about that. Anyways, this guy is not that bad to make. Like I said, you just need a few of these guys. And you just kind of work your way up to the tier 3. And then now, oh my gosh. Did it again. I literally did it again. It's just going to keep happening. It's not going to stop. It's like my hands are against me. So anyways, there we go. We got imaginary time block. We're going to grab just a bunch of them. We don't need this many. Honestly, I also wouldn't even probably recommend having this many. But we're going to grab some flux points. I just have a lot of EMC, and I just feel like doing what I want. And so I'm going to do what I want. And there we go. Let's head inside to our compact cube. Oh, yeah. This is going to be fun. All right, so that's going to be kind of like our starting point, which we're probably going to end up moving at some point anyway. But let's go ahead and start setting down these guys. Now, here's the deal with our imaginary time block. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place a piece of dirt down where that torch was, which is the center. The imaginary time block, unless it's been changing the configs, which I don't think it has I believe, a 9x9 radius around it that will grow crops incredibly fast. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, And that's basically about how far this is going to go out. So we can go ahead and say here, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. So this is basically about how far we're going to be able to go out with these guys. Now, we can make like other things that are going to be able to harvest these probably really, really fast. But I think I got an idea of something that might actually work just as well, especially if we're going to be going in certain routes here. So I'm going to try to get as much of this done as I can so we can actually see about how awesome this is going to wind up being, if it is at all. It very well may not be. Oh, we have step assist now too. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, I love my step assist. Step assist is so good. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and place down this flux point. We're gonna go ahead and set this up to our, please select the network, our main power. There we go. Is that all the power it uses in this? 250 a tick? That's it? Anyways. Anyways, let's go ahead and get our dirt placed down. We do have a matic on us. Now we can obviously, now this whole area can be filled in and done with, you know, the dragon egg seeds and the dragon egg cruxes. That way this is all going to grow really, really fast. But I'm just going to show you guys, I kind of had a thought. I'm going to see if this actually works. Honestly, this is probably just going to need to be removed. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and set my entry point right there for now. And let's try this out. So if I do this, more than likely, okay, I kind of figured this thing might make this go a lot faster. So let's go ahead and see something. Well, not quite doing what I thought it would. Maybe raise it up another block. This does seem to be the right distance away. Unless these things are just unaffected by this, and I kind of did not intend or test to see if that is going to be the thing. Oh, that actually stays like, oh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. That is really cool. So I've had experience in the past. These guys will actually work on this and this side, but for some reason, I'm guessing this is not working. Let's try one other thing. Lighting also has a deal to do with this. So we push F7. Oh, well, this thing's completely lit up in here. I guess you don't really need any light in here. The only other thing I can imagine is possibly like water. So let's get ourselves some water. Even try the watering can real quick. Maybe we cannot do it inside of a cube. Something seems weird. Something seems extremely weird here. I thought this thing actually also hydrated for the time being. Let's go get a bucket of water. I need to do some testing on this. This is extremely strange. Because I really thought something like this was going to just downright work for us. Bucket. All right, bucket of water. Let's get a few pieces of those, or a few buckets worth. And we're going to try something out real quick. Everything seems so quiet in here as well. It's so strange. Ah! Oh my gosh. It's kind of hard to control. Why is this not seeming to hydrate? Or is it already hydrated in my... No, yeah, there. See? See? Now it's hydrated. That's hydrated. That's what the watering can is typically supposed to do. And this guy typically also seems to make this go really, really fast. But for some ungodly reason, it looks like this is indeed not the case anymore. As you can see, it made the water really, really go fast. So it is definitely affecting the water, but it doesn't seem to be affecting crops. I thought this thing only affected crops unless it was changing something in the config. Oh my goodness. I think they changed the size. Did you begin to feel... Okay, well there's an easy way to level up your matics, by the way. So yeah, apparently they changed the distance on these guys. So that looks like that is going to be a 7x7 instead of a 9x9 like I thought it was. Well, it takes a little hitch out of the plan. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. We're just going to redo this just a little bit. You can come back here, my dude. All right, so we see the problem now, but you guys saw what was happening. You see how fast that was activating through with the Oh my god. I don't even know what that was. I don't even want to look. I'm done. I'm so done with the whole beeping on Discord. You guys get over it. I'm sorry. Don't like it tough. I'm tired of changing and doing and slipping and things and Jesus. Jesus. There we go. Cool. So this should work pretty well to give us all of our Dragon Crux needs. And honestly, we can fit a couple different layers of this inside of here, but having more than a few of these will probably end up making this go pretty fast. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and finish laying this all down. And here's the issue, though. Here is the issue. Let's try something here. I am going to put a water block here. I am also going to go ahead and try to put the imaginary time block right there on top of said water, so that way it keeps the farm hydrated. And then we're also going to go ahead and place our power back on top. So this is going to be constantly draining our power. So it looks like we're using about half a stack of everything in this particular manner. So let's go ahead and do this. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a quick demonstration about just how fast this block is by itself. That's by itself. You can imagine how fast this is going to turn out if we end up doing something with, say for instance, you know, a watch of flowing time maybe? Yeah, exactly. So harvesting one of these gives us basically just one, but as you can tell, getting it back is relatively quick. Now, if we had things like, you know, what do you want to call it? What's that one mod called? I don't even remember. Agriculture? Is that what it was? Agricraft, that was it. That mod. Now, if you have Agricraft, on the other hand, Agricraft can actually give you multiple pieces of your essence per harvest, which is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and start working on a mechanism that we're going to use to try to harvest these plants. Something that's not going to be too slow, but might be fast enough. And I'm thinking about trying out some mechanical users. Now we got a mechanical miner, we got the mechanical user, and I think the only reason why we can't make a bunch of these is mainly because of the fact of the resonating crystals here. So we're going to go ahead and just craft up about a stack of these guys as well. I think we have enough. Yeah, we do. Good, good. All right, anyways, enough of that. All right, so do we have another advanced item collector? Advanced, yes, very nice. Because I believe what this is going to end up doing is taking them and just putting them directly on the floor. So let's go ahead and try this out. Now, which way does this actually place when I place it down? All right, so it kind of places it towards me. All right, easy enough. All right, can I do this? Dang it. All right, can't place it there. So I might have to do a little bit of finagling here to kind of get this to work the way I want it to work. I honestly don't know if this particular setup is going to work the way I want it to work up. We will see. Half a stack sounds like a pretty cool, fun example to kind of work with, though. So if you guys kind of want to like add up, you know, pretty easily, I think most of us that play like Minecraft probably know our, well, our 32s or 64s, the 48s, the 128s, 256s, the 512s, etc., etc. You know? Kind of makes just life a little bit easier, you know what I mean? Alright, so we can basically do that. It kind of gives us a kind of a cool little star pattern, right? Alright, and with that being done, let's go ahead and we're going to set up our... I was going to set up the personal EMC link, but honestly, that's not going to work because these things aren't EMCable. And we actually do want to craft them into an actual dragon egg, which hopefully will give us a bunch of stuff. So I think we need to go back real quick and just kind of grab us a ender chest. So it makes its way into our system. So where did I put... Okay, I was looking for that. I don't know why when I was talking, I literally, my brain was like making words and could not be like, you know what? There's the item you're looking for. And why is there no ender chests in here? I have no ender chests? If I could type it. I thought I had an ender chest. How dare you hide them from me? Alright, so I'm pretty sure we still have this on a white input. We're just going to place this right on top of this, and we can adjust our advanced item collect. Okay. I know it says 0 RF, but I kind of have the feeling here that we're doing fine on power still. Yeah, network buffer. Okay. I was going to say, like, those freaking dynamos we made, they have been just great. They work out pretty well. So let's go ahead and set this up. I think the max you can do on this is a 10 by 10 by 10, which is completely fine with me. Let's just set it up, and we're going to start setting these guys up. Now, I'm also going to go and turn off my magnet, because if this works the way I think it's going to work, right-click, random slot, and I think it's just a... Might need to use upper left slot only and set an actual item in there. Maybe like a stick? I could use a piece of dirt or something, maybe even. I don't really want to use... Yeah, let's just go get some sticks. I just want to make sure that it doesn't do something weird with like torches or trying to place a block. I want to use like an item, something that's... we know if we right click with is not going to do anything to anything. Unless it's like a, you know, cable or something. So which one did I do? Generic click. Let's see. Use item on block with a right click, upper left slot only. And there we go. So there we can kind of see exactly the system that we're going for. So we have 0 of that essence sitting inside of our system. And there we go. Very easy. So it's going to take us kind of a second to pretty much set this up the way we want. As you can see, these guys are actually probably pretty fast. They're actually not that bad. And there we go. Look at that. It's great. We're just going to toss that down so that picks that up. And then what we're going to do with this afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and probably finish setting this up here in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and try to make use and maximize the amount of everything that we currently have inside of it. Why am I looking at my inventory still? I have no clue. Use activate item with block. Right click. Upper left slot only. Boop. There we go. And the last two here. And then we're going to go with the fun stuff. Activate item with thing. Actually, hold on. We don't even need the sticks. Yeah. It's mainly just because we need that. Yeah, actually, it looks like it's faster without it. So let's just set it. Activate block with... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We don't even need it. These things confuse me sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is definitely faster. Random and activate. With no sticks, no strings attached. Activate upper left slot, random slot, activate block with item right click. Okay, so that's basically what we want to do to set this up. Now, let's see what happens with just setting up 8 of these. What happens if we start setting up some watches of flowing time? Now, it looks like I don't have the pedestals on me, because I probably ended up putting them back in the EMC table. So let's go ahead and grab those back out. Pedestal. And head back inside of our cube. So this is going to be kind of a portable EMC farm that we can literally take anywhere we want. And guess what? We got a perfect spot to go and set us up some wonderful, wonderful watches of flowing time. Look at that. It's almost beautiful. Now, how many of these do we want to set up? Well, let's see what happens when we just kind of activate one of them. Real quick. All right. I thought I only pulled 3 out. Let's activate this one. That seems like a pretty decent increase. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, I really thought this was... Okay, I think our area is not chunk loaded. And we're also going to be getting fertilized essence in as well. All right, so let's go ahead and head back out here. So if we head back out here, we should have that white ender chest sitting out here, and it's going to probably be... Yep, there it goes. All right, so this area needs to be chunk loaded. So what I can do is we can head up here to claim chunks, and we just go ahead and do something like this in this area. because it's not really going to show because everything's stone, but we know this is kind of like the majority of our area. And just kind of expand it just a bit more. We have about 100 claimed chunks that we can actually utilize here. And let's just go ahead and keep most of this chunk loaded. The reason why is because we have those chickens. If we're not in this dimension, yeah, we can only do like 50 loaded chunks. So I definitely want that chunk loaded. I'll fix the rest of the chunk loaded issue later, but I think we can actually make something else out of chunk load. So this should work now. Yep, everything's coming in. Perfect. So now we can actually start seeing everything coming in. All right, well, let's make it faster. Because I like it when things are just, you know, kind of brokenly fast. Makes life a lot easier, you know? See how well this actually works. It looks like it's working out pretty well, actually. And yes, we can actually fill these up with, like, legitimately we can do 4 in each of these. Will work just fine. And all of these should activate on each other, being close as they are, to speed up the time on all of them. And if anything, I don't know if it's really helping with the imaginary time block, but we could put some on top of these, probably even. I want to make this as almost quite broken as I possibly can. Because I kind of feel like it's not going as fast as I really, really, really want it to. Which is extremely unfortunate. But let me go ahead and try to finish up this outside edge and see if my Matic hopefully has enough. There we go. Good stuff. And then we'll just go ahead and plant our remainder dragon seeds on the outside. And I'll probably go ahead and end up just, you know, placing down some more of these mechanical users, so that way these will actually work. And what we can do is we can leave one in there, because I was thinking about doing, you know, 1 or 2 on this side to kind of compensate for just the outside, because we kind of have like a little bit of an issue on some sides here. But yeah, let's see. I guess I would probably need to chunk load in this. Let me check. It might stay chunk loaded. So if we take a look in here, we can see there is still dragon essence coming in, it looks like. But not really a whole bunch. This is kind of underwhelming. Well, that's decent. That's kind of not horrible. But currently we also only have 8 set up. So let me go ahead and finish setting up the remainder of this farm with the 32 that we're currently using. And we'll be back in just a minute after I get done. Alright guys, and we're back. So, what do you guys think of this farm so far? And it's not even, I think, as fast as we can actually make it. I'm going to show you guys something else I actually did to increase it, which I was actually planning on doing already, but that's adding more imaginary time blocks, and we already have a few of our wonderful dark matter pedestals. Now, I don't know if we're actually going to need this many. Let's go ahead and bump one off. Let's bump 2 off. Does that really look like it's slowing down very much? Honestly, to me, it doesn't really look like it's doing much. So maybe save your computer some hassle. Try not to go too crazy, like I said. Experiment with your watches of flowing time. Experiment. Don't go over crazy. Now, we also got these imaginary time blocks, which are kind of almost doing the exact same thing. So we want to be very careful using too many of these. It's similar to almost the same thing. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and place some more of these down. So I'm going to place one down in this corner here. We're going to go ahead and select our network. We're going to set it to the main power. And we're going to place down another imaginary time block. So these mechanical users, the reason why I want to use these is because, well, they can practically break just, you know, they can pretty much break, or not break them. I keep saying break them. Harvest them as fast as they are grown. So the faster we can grow these, the faster, ooh. Ah, darn it. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. I already did that twice. It's a little difficult to kind of move around in here. But yeah, they can harvest pretty much as soon as they are, you know, especially with all of the Watches of Flowing Time, they will harvest as soon as they are grown. So the faster that we can grow them, the better this is going to turn out. So the more of these imaginary time blocks that we can use in here, a lot faster this farm will go. And as you can see, it's going pretty fast. So we started off with literally none. No essence in our system. And I'm just going to show you guys, I literally only spent maybe about 5 or 7 minutes setting up the remainder of these, because basically you just right click them down and then triple right click here, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Just triple right click there and each of them, and you're pretty much good to go. So we got 5 imaginary time blocks going with, it looks like 12 Watches of Flowing Time with half a stack of dragon seeds going for us. Let's check something out real quick. And what are we at? We're scooting along. And we can actually do more of those inside of there, so that is pretty amazing. I might even end up doing another layer in there, but let's go ahead and let's do some quick numbers here real quick. All right, so that's about exactly what we can do there. And that is about, in about half an hour, we generated a good 150 million EMC. Actually, it wasn't even half an hour. That was actually less time than that, to be honest with you. Because we spent a good portion of the beginning of the episode doing some other stuff. But yeah, that's still not bad. We can actually make it go a little bit better, maybe a little bit faster. But that's another method of having some EMC if you want to go that route instead of doing things like the chickens. So if you don't want to really work with the chickens and get, like, you know, this much EMC coming in, which for some ungodly reason it looks like adding in more of those Watches of Flowing Time is kind of limiting our power over here, because we were at 120 million. So I'm assuming we may want to knock off a couple of these here personally. Well, I guess that actually does affect us over here, so that's unfortunate. Well, I don't see us needing these anymore, honestly, because I feel like we have practically made our neutronium balance. We're almost at 1700 there, so I feel like there we're fine. I don't think we really need to worry about that too much, but there is, it kind of starts to become a little bit of a limit of about how many of these Watches of Flowing Time that you can actually use in your world, so you want to be quite as efficient as you can. So I don't know if we're going to leave this one up and running, but we are going to kind of continue it and mess around and poke around and see how fast we can make it work, maybe, and see about doing some other things with it so we don't have to sit here and craft it ourselves. Maybe look into auto crafting. But that does look pretty cool. That does look like a lot of fun right there. And I think that is also going to go ahead and call it for today. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode of StoneBlock 2. If you guys did, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. Lets me know you guys are still enjoying the series. If you guys want to see some awesome cool links, be sure to check the description down below for the links to my Twitter, to my Twitch where I live stream, stuff like that nature. And yeah, so if you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. And I'll see you back in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.